You ever wonder why Vincent van Gogh cut off his ear? Me too. Stay tuned. Well, story says that Vincent van Gogh cut off his ear because he was crazy, or because he was a genius, or whatever reason they give, throughout time. But if you Google it, or if you go to these, the academies of the arts, they'll tell you that Vincent van Gogh and Paul Gauguin went at it in a bar fight. They're like, yo, come on. Hey, you think your sunflower's pretty good? Come on. Yeah, give me some of that. What do you think about that, huh? Gauguin? Hey, you wanna mess with me, Vincent? Huh? Vincent, you wanna mess with me, Paul? Hey. I don't know if they really talk like that. That's more like New York. But I'm sure that, that's the way it went down, or it didn't. Because it says that Vincent pulled out a pocket knife and just went at it, that he's like, come on, Paul, go again. And, they got drunk and they're like, buddy, I love you, baby. And then, he went back home that night, had too many in him, and he says he cut off his ear because he felt bad from, fighting his buddy, his painting buddy, right? I don't know if that's true or not, but it's the cutting off the ear. Cutting off the ear thing has made Vincent van Gogh one of the most famous artists in history. Did he really do it? I don't really know. I wasn't there. But what I guarantee is that he was a genius. Maybe he was a marketing genius. He was such a good artist that he just marketed in a way that he made himself famous. Maybe him and his buddy Paul Gauguin sat down and said, hey, why don't we set this up, okay? They didn't have YouTube or Twitter or Facebook in that time, but hey, let's set this up. We come, pop out, we fight, and then he said we cut off his ear, and then you cut off a little bit of your ear, and then you walk around, and then everybody knows that we're the guys that are the painters, and they think we're crazy, and they're gonna come to our show, right? Whatever they did back then, it worked, because Vincent van Gogh is one of the most famous artists nowadays. So how does that work for you? I'm not telling you to go and cut off your ear. Come on. No cutting ears. Okay? You're not going to cut off your ear. But you are going to use what Vincent van Gogh did back then. The Van Gogh phenomena, right? Which is find something different in your art. You could paint sunflowers. You can paint whatever you want. Paint. Paint stupid shit. I don't do that. But have an angle. If you're going to do abstract, don't do what everybody else is doing. Find something different to your art. If you're doing realistic, there's a million artists that are doing realistic. That's just technique. You can get really good at that throughout time, but you just got to find something different, something original. Yeah, I know they say that artists are crazy. Maybe they are. But for today, we're going to change the word from crazy to how about being original, being creative, one of a kind, or just being yourself. Maybe that's just the way you are. So go out, do some awesome work, do some things, find something what's different about you, market that part, work on your technique, work on your art, and put them both together to produce you. Okay? Hey, if you find this information cool for other artists, why don't you share it? Why don't you give it to another friend? Maybe put it on their Facebook or email it to them. Give me a like, subscribe. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Motivating you, inspiring you, telling you stories about other artists, telling you things that are going on in my world, tips, just all kinds of stuff, psychological stuff about artists and how you could apply it to your art, to your life, and make you stand out, find your style, baby.